KindlyNxsh is one of the most unique young producers in the game, and over the last couple of years he's been working close with lucasraps. In this video we're going to be looking at what makes his beats so unique, starting with his song Sipping Onions.
Hello, what's happening? I want action. What my pockets say.
As you can hear from this record, Sipping Onion, you kind of have that heavy bass sound which comes from like strip clubs and all that stuff. So for that same vibe, I started out with two sounds, a drum loop and a loop by Juke and Jones here in the beginning, and this is like the loop, and then I had like a drum loop. Yeah, but obviously this sounds didn't sound like this from the jump. I had like a gross beat going on here, shuffle 2, did some crazy stuff on it, and then for the Juke and Jones loop I didn't do anything. Next up I had a riser here, which is a transition basically for the beat drop. And then to take the influence from the record we just had, Sipping Onions, I used Nick Mirror's Sanctuary 808, which is like one of his favorite. He used to use it a lot in his records, and this is what the 808 sounds like. And next up, 3 sounds, which is like the kick, the snare, and the hi-hats here. Just kept it very simple. Lastly, I had this sound here, which is like a vocal, but it's a one shot. Pretty much cool, and this is what this section sounds like here. I'm gonna start it from the beginning. And then for the next section, because I didn't want it to be like the same thing throughout the whole beat, I kept the same sounds, which is the 808s, the loop by Juke and Jones, the same kicks and everything. But then I added this plugin here called Arcade. There's a sound here called Dark Secret from the Drip Bank, which sounds really awesome, and this is what it sounds like. Yeah, that's what it sounds like, and I didn't put any effects on that, so just kept it very simple, and this is what it sounds like with the rest of the other sounds. Pretty much awesome. And then next section, added another sound from Arcade because I just wanted to keep it like a higher tempo, and then I use same bank drip sound called Top Shoulder, and this is what it sounds like. This is what it sounds like with the rest of the other sounds. Alright, that's the entire beat. I just kept it very simple, heavy bass, different type of sounds, different type of sections, which gives it a very unique sound. And now we're gonna move on to the next beat, which is inspired by a song called Militant Flow. Now as you can hear from this record, there's like a bounce on the song. There's a clever way that KindlyNxsh may have used his 808s. There's a clever way you may have used this percussive stuff, and we took all that inspiration in making this beat here. And for this beat here, which is produced by my boy Shy D Beats, who's also Scout Cloud, we took a vocal sample freestyle by Danya from Black Diamonds, who had posted it on Instagram, and chopped it up, put it to the sampler, and this is what it sounds like. And originally it had sounded like this. Couple of effects were used there to kind of achieve this sound. A hardcore, a stereo enhancer, reverb, compressor, parametric EQ, all used to kind of achieve that sounds, because we took it from social media, so we had to process it a little bit. And then to kind of add on that, give it the bounce, percussive stuff, starting with this rim here. Pretty simple, an open head. For the open head, as you can hear, very clever here, because it has like a velocity change. So playing with the velocity kind of really brings out the uniqueness in some of your beats. Follow that up with more percussive stuff. And then there's an 808, which I'm gonna play with this main sample vocal thingy. You may also hear the 808, it's kind of like, you know, sliding a little bit, but you know, it has that bounce on it. And you may hear here there's a couple of velocity change. It was adjusted intentionally to kind of make that sound very bouncy. So you gotta do that in some of your sounds. You gotta pan your stuff, you gotta have a velocity change, and you just can't have everything hitting at the same frequency or in the same level of volume. And then lastly, two sounds here, percussive stuff and some ringer. That's a percussion, and this sound here like a ringer. Very intentional, and that is the entire beat. Actually, I'm gonna play this beat now so you can hear like what it sounds like fully. Shout out to Tanya Black Diamonds. Peace.
Shady beats, baby.